Welcome to the Viking Horn, official podcast of the Nottingham Vikings Ball Hockey Club. You can find out more about our club on our website and on all social media. For YouTube channel viewers, you'll see the links on screen. Anyway, let's sound the Viking Horn. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Viking Horn. We've got Mike Lee, Dan Powell, Benny Tring, and welcome back, Tyrone Anderson. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. We've all just come fresh off the draw for the NHL Sweepstake. How are we feeling about the teams we've drawn out? All right.
Absolutely useless, my team. I want the mug.
Yeah. So for those who did take part, we have said the bottom teams in each conference division, will receive a signed mug from all of us here at the Viking Horn. So it's a race. It's a race to whoever wins that, and the winner of the £100 for the winner of the Stanley Cup. So there's a no lose situation for whoever comes top or bottom, really. But yeah, we'll see how we got on. Mike, we've been talking a lot about injury. We always bring up injuries here recently on the Viking Horn, right? And you've had quite a bad one this week, and one that I can sympathise with, right? So you've had a bad tooth. You've had a toothache. You go on more. It's a horrible thing to have. Well, I'm going to bring something else up in a minute, but I'll let you describe your pain.
It's not an injury. I haven't lost a teeth through hockey. It's just an abscess, really. But my God, it's been agony. I don't think there's anything worse than toothache, is there?
No, you were questionable at one point whether you were going to be able to make the podcast. It was that bad, right?
Yeah, combination of drugs that I'm on that have been, prescription drugs, and just sheer pain. It's been
but well done, game time decision, and you've made it. So well done to you. So I guess that begs the question then. Like I say, we go on about injuries a lot here, based on people picking them up every now and again. So question is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a snapped Achilles, a really bad toothache, or what was yours, Benny? Your orbital floor. Yeah, your orbital floor injury. What would we rather have? To those that have had at least one or two of them.
Well, is that to me first? Is it?
Go on then.
I didn't want to talk about the Achilles again. That didn't hurt when I did it. So for me, definitely toothache.
Yeah, toothache's the worst for me. I've never.
Toothache, I agree.
And what did you say, Benny? Was pelvic floor injury or something? What did you say?
Orbital floor.
Orbital floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same. Yeah. Yeah. So I would go toothache. I've never had. I've been hit in the face with a ball. Didn't damage my orbital floor, and then I've had bad toothache, and toothache takes it by a long shot. So we're all going toothache, are we?
Yeah.
No, congratulations to toothache. You have won the vote.
A lot better, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start off with Vikings matters, Benny. And we've put out there this week a committee proposal about spreading some jobs around within the Vikings and see how we can get people involved, which is good to have various members of the team or the setup doing different jobs to help the team along. Can you just go into a bit more detail with that for us, mate?
Yeah, 100%. So the Vikings, as people know, have been around for a number of seasons now. We should really be into our third season. So we're quite an established team. During that time from birth up until this point, I've been acting GM, acting joint treasurer,
acting like you care,
acting like a coach. I've been doing a lot of acting recently, or over the last 3 years. And I feel as though I've probably taken the club as far as I could go. And I feel as though with this pandemic and everything we've got now is a great time to spread the load of what I've had to do within the club amongst other people, give them jobs that they want to do, and give more people in the club a voice and a vote rather than it just kind of becoming just a decision between a couple of people. So it's a chance to really take what we've done as a club, particularly over the last year, and really push us further so that we've got longevity within the club going forward. That means that I'm going to be dissolving all the roles that I've got, standing down from them, handing them over to other people, so then I can coach on coaching, really.
And have we had plenty of people coming forward?
We've had a fair few people. The people that I knew would come forward came forward. The people that I knew wouldn't want to come forward haven't come forward. But people do this sport for different reasons. Some people do it. Some people play for fun. Other people play to win and do what it takes, and all things in between. So I think it caters to everyone's abilities, and some people are treating this as a chance to add it to the CV, which is great.
Cool. And have people still got time to get in touch, or is that it?
Well, not all roles have been requested yet, so not everyone's kind of put the name forward for some roles. So they'll remain open. Those roles available. So if people are interested, they can still get in touch. But officially, the closing date was 2 days ago. But because nothing has been finalised yet, we will accept some last-minute entries. But they've got to have it.
So we've got the GM, treasurer, social media, and there's someone organising events. And does that come under organising games as well, or is that done by the league now? Isn't it? So
organising games will be done by the league. So we just someone just needs to, and we'll divvy this up within the committee. Tell us when those games are. They can then organise a team, and then from there I can then select the team that I want, and then just essentially just do what I do best, which is tell people where to run on the court. Okay,
brilliant. Dan, if you had a job role within a team, say if the Vikings came calling for you to do a job within the team, what would you do? Other than fitness training, obviously.
I was going to say, it's basically saying you've got a job.
I know, it's terrible that.
No, one of the committee, one of the things the committee votes on.
Quite disrespectful, isn't it?
I thought nice post to put on about it yesterday.
I think something which I feel I could bring to the team, which was the first time I actually picked up a hockey stick, which was only very recently with Benny and fellow Viking Joe Straw. We had a little kickabout. I don't know what it's called. Kickabout, whackabout, slapabout. We had a little just in a car park down there, and I decided to start challenging and reiterating the rules in my own sort of way, which put a little bit of a new angle, let's say, on ball hockey. And I feel like there's a gap in the market for someone who can come in with a very blank canvas and incorporate some level of, what do you call it? Panic upon the other team.
You try and find the loopholes within the game.
Very much so. Yes. So a loophole finder. Pushing the rules to their absolute limits, flipping the game on its head, and just giving a whole new perception. Feel like I could do that pretty well. Finding at one point, the conversation started with, "Oh, Benny, could you do this?" And next thing, Benny's feet are in the air and his back is on the floor. It all happened very quickly. But yeah, it's things like that. I feel like I could definitely bring to the squad in the future.
Oh, brilliant! Well, there we go.
Maybe we should put to our listeners what that role should be called. Really?
Yeah. So answers in the comments section. What we can call Dan's new role within the club, or even Ball Hockey UK. By the sounds of it, I mean, it could bring something to the league as a whole. I feel with that sort of
could be like the start of an enforcement agency of some sort.
Yeah, maybe.
Vikings' very own Cam Janssen.
That's
no
it.
Messing about.
Do you know who Cam Janssen is, Dan?
We'll have to show him the video.
Yeah.
The infamous video, that is.
Yeah. So brilliant. So Tyrone, have you come forward for any of this? Are you interested?
Well, I think if I was going to have the role, I think it would have to be treasurer, seeing as I've come from a a bit of a banking
He's a
background.
banker. He's a banker.
Yeah, that's it.
Tell you what, he's an absolute what?
Banker. Yeah, I had to be careful what I said there.
I think the funds will be safe with me. That's for sure. They'll go a long way.
So, just on that, it was your birthday the other day, wasn't it, Tyrone? Being a banker, did you manage to raise yourself some extra funds for the event, or is it?
I did get some funds. Yeah, I did actually. It was unexpected, but actually, yeah, pleasantly received. But yeah, it was a bit of a different birthday. I think everyone's going through it now, aren't they? Chilled out, just enjoyed the day, and yeah, day off work. Can't have some more really.
Yeah. Oh, fair, good, and happy birthday for the other day as well. So
thank you very much.
Okay, so moving on then. We're going to talk about something I posted online just before Christmas. It's regards to football, but we're going to link it into ball hockey and all other sports as well. So my post I put on was after the Manchester United against Leeds football match, and it was about Bielsa, the Leeds manager. The game finished 6-2 to Man United, and I thought I was watching the game and all I could hear the commentators talking about was Leeds United and how exciting they were to watch and the game that they played and stuff like that. And they kept going on. The game was 2-0, and then it ended up 6-2, and it was 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. They kept saying the same stuff about Leeds United, and this isn't anything against Leeds United, but it just struck me that they were talking about this team who were losing 6-2, and it puzzled me, I've got to be honest. And I put something on social media saying I thought the players were a bit hung out to dry by the manager because they lost 2 goals early on, and there was no change of tactics to try and, obviously they want to try and get back into the game, but there was nothing to change the way that we were defensively. But I just thought they were hung out to dry a little bit. And this word entertaining and how good they are to watch, for me, that's fine. But when you're losing 6-2, I don't know how I feel about that. And there's been games have gone on since. And I had a couple of the fans that I'm friends with get in contact with me and say, I disagree with what you're saying. We've just come up from the Championship, which is great. But we enjoy watching it. It's a breath of fresh air. But how long can that sort of thing go on? So, Benny, I'll come to you first as the Vikings coach and players, and obviously with Dan as well, probably from a judo point of view. So, Bennett, if we went out there and lost 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, but we come off the pitch and say, or court whatever, and say, oh, well, at least we were entertaining, a good match. How many times do you get away with that? Or do you get away with it at all without thinking, well, hang on a minute, it's not much fun losing like that, but at least we're entertaining?
I think based on previous podcasts, people have probably listened to my opinion on how I feel about losing anyway. I don't think losing is entertaining for your fan base. No one wants to pay any money to watch a game at the minute, either streaming it or actually being able to attend it in person and go, you know what? I really enjoyed losing 6-2. No one that comes to watch Vikings, obviously there's masses of people that come to watch us. I don't think any one of them will say, I really enjoyed watching the Vikings lose today. I don't think that can go on. I think at half time, those sort of conversations need to be addressed as to what the team are doing. You're quite right in what you're saying. Tactically, things have got to change. You've got to plug that hole, because clearly in football, if someone's able to score 6 goals, there's a massive hole there, because that's not a normal sort of result you see. I don't think that can stand past a game. You may have a blip, but if that goes game 2, game 3, game 4, serious questions have got to be asked. And in my opinion, if I was pulling out those sort of results, I'd expect people to be asking the questions to me first as to why you're letting your team do this.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say as well, I have to add that since then, I've also spoken about how Bielsa, the manager, is clearly a good manager. And I do like the fact about him that He's always at the edge of his technical area, is with his team, winning or losing, and he's clearly got the pedigree. He's clearly is a good manager. What surprised me the most was how people were, at the time, people were shouting out loud about how entertaining it was, but they were losing 6-2. I think around that same time, they played a similar sort of game, and they beat Newcastle 4-5-0 at home, if I remember rightly. So it looks great from that point of view. But then if you're doing it and losing like that, then it comes a little bit different. You have to bear in mind as well that Leeds are a new team, come back to the Premier League after a long time out. So the fans are obviously going to stick up for their team and manager. They're excited. They're just glad to be back there. But Dan, on you, are you the same sort of thing as opinion as Benny, where if you were fighting and you lost the fight and you'd come up and someone came to you and said, unlucky mate, but you're entertaining. Like, what are you gonna say to him, or how do you react to that?
I think first and foremost, I'd tell him to F off. Being a sportsman and being in a sport at that time, no one's like, same as Benny. No one's on that pitch to lose. Everyone's on that pitch because they want to win at the end of the day. However, the Leeds Man United thing. Obviously, yeah, Leeds did come up this year. The first game of the season was against Liverpool. I remember watching them thinking, bloody hell, they look good, to be fair. I can't remember what scores now. I think we won 2-1. Ty, you might... Is that right? Was it 2-1?
No, I think it's more than that, mate. I think it's about 4-3 or whatever.
Well, that was it.
Yeah, 4-3.
I remember we only just beat them, to be fair. And it was a great game. They had goals in them. So did we, fortunately enough. However, I think that kind of put Leeds back on the map a bit in the Premier League. The fact that they got 3 goals past us, and then there's like a level of expectation that comes for the team. Then, and yeah, that's what probably the pundits were focusing on, the fact that they have only just come up and whatever. But I get what you mean, Pete, about like the whole but you got beat 6-2, but I think the 2 points are kind of crossing over a little bit. The fact that, like, as a team in that position, are they a developing team that's just come up, or are we focusing on the actual athletes who are on the pitch and that side of things? But yeah, I don't think we can use the developing thing as an excuse most of the time. We've seen Leicester sort of come up, and it was only a season or 2 seasons later they ended up winning the Premier League. So yeah, it's a tough one, that one. So
how do you get over? You obviously the game that Leeds United play is obviously it's an attractive style of football, but they are going to win games well and score goals against the likes of Liverpool. They scored 2 good goals against Man United in that game. It was just a game I happened to watch. But Benny, I'll come back to you quickly. How do you go with that? If your team, do you set your team up, your ball hockey team up like that? Do you set them up to be entertaining? And
can I just say, just on that front, Pete?
Yeah.
I think any team that scores against Man United should be awarded double points. It was 6-4.
6-4, okay. But like, I get the impression, Benny, you wouldn't set up like that because you're going out to win. And my opinion from that was based on the fact that I'm not happy with a 6-2 loss. I don't care how entertaining it was. Like it was more entertaining for the lads the team who scored 6 than us who scored 2.
Absolutely, yeah. No one should be setting their team up to try and score as many goals as they can when you're probably playing against what will be classed as a bit of a powerhouse.
Yeah.
When you should really, at that sort of level, against a team like that, you're probably going to be playing some sort of counter style rather than taking the game to them. Because if you keep taking the game to them, that's why there's a massive hole at the back. Yeah. You should really be knowing that they're going to be coming at you and you can counter them on the break and expose that hole at their back. And that's probably the approach I'd take if we were going against any of the power teams in ball hockey. Let's say we were going up against a couple of the Nottingham Wolves top teams. you'd be foolish to continue to try and play that power forward sort of game, knowing full well you've just left a massive hole behind you, which they, in 2 or 3 passes, are probably going to put it in the back of your net. And I think you've just got to be very tactical with the opposition you go against.
Yeah, and it's also I'm looking at Tyrone and Mike here, looking at the players that we have on the team. I think part of it comes, and it was also the comment I made was based on the fact that I looked at the lineups. And I looked at, bear in mind, Leeds are playing away from home at Old Trafford, and Man United have got endless speed up front. They've got a very fast team going forward. And I just seen the way Leeds set up, and they let those 2 early goals, and I'm thinking they're asking for trouble here. They've not changed it. I feel like you've got to set up to suit your own team, which is fine, but you also have to have a little bit of respect for the opposition you've got and how they're going to play and the type of players they have. I look at players here. We've got Tyrone, who's a forward, okay, fast, okay, and he can get up and down the court. Mike,
I'm slow.
No, I'm just going to say you're not as fast as Tyrone. Okay, but I'm
interested in the fact that you said that Ty actually gets back. I've never seen Ty.
Did I go that far? Sorry, right. but Mike isn't a player who will base his game on speed. So you have to set up your lines to suit our team, but then you'll put Mike maybe on a line which might have some speedier players around him, which can make up for someone for himself who's not a speedy style player. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like that was a lack of. That's where my point came from.
I think if you talk about entertainment in sport can be entertaining for 2 reasons. One is that 2 teams or possibly 1 team are playing really, really well, and it's entertaining to watch because it's just more than likely entertaining means that there's mistakes being made. And going back to what Benny said, if I came off the court after a ball hockey game and someone said, well, that was really entertaining, it'd probably be entertaining because there were loads of errors, mistakes, giveaways, goals, stupid, so it'd be entertaining for the wrong reasons, and I wouldn't be happy with that, obviously.
No. And Tyrone, you prefer playing like quite a bit of fast style playing game. So when you come up against opponents who slow the game down a bit, you have to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to adjust to what's in front of you. I think it's been said a bit on this podcast. I mean, going back to Leeds against Manchester United, they've got that counter attack, and them players, them defenders who constantly get absolute barrage going up and down the pitch. It's not nice. It's not nice. And I'll admit, I'm a forward. I like to stay forward. I don't like to get back. I have to for the team. But if Ben's going to set a team constantly where he's saying play a high attack and then backwards and forwards, and then you see 2 or 3 goals shipped in after the first 10 minutes, you're like, hang on a second, we need to change this. Yeah. But I think that's the problem with Leeds here is Bielsa's got one style and that is it. And it seems as if you're a player who doesn't like that, he won't play you. He'll only play in players who will accept the way he wants to play. And sometimes you have to adapt to what's put in front of you, and you will become a better player by adapting your game too. So, yeah, I think Leeds, for me, I think they've done well. They did well against Liverpool, but I think, people are starting to find them out now a little bit. I mean, you look yesterday, Brighton beat them. And that's just a typical example. And I think for me, they've had the happy fairy tale moment, and now is the bit where he needs to change. If he don't change, that's where trouble's gonna come. Yeah, and I think adaptability also comes from it shows a good coach who can adapt the game to suit who they're playing, not only who plays for them. Just a quick one on it's just been as we're just recording after a 0-0 draw between Liverpool and Man United. Who we all got for the Premier League this season? Who's going to win it?
Silly question.
There's literally 2 Liverpool fans on.
Well, Man United are top, aren't they? So what we're saying, are they going to? I think Man City will win it.
No one remembers who was top in mid-January.
I thought the 0-0 draw today was a quite predictable. I thought early, these big games early season, everyone hypes it up, but I think teams try not to lose these sort of games early doors in the season. I think later on in the season, when you get the return fixtures, I think that's when you get the more open games.
They'll
But
absolutely spank them on the next one.
maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. But yeah, it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have got the best team in the league. The problem which we've got at the moment today is the defence. We had a good game, 0-0, but you've got Henderson and Fabinho who can do something. And for me, until Liverpool get another defender, I'm a bit nervous.
Okay, who are you going for, Mike?
No,
Red Wings?
No, I reckon it'll be City as well. But what I was going to say was that it's proven your point. It's why it wasn't an entertaining game.
An entertaining game?
It's why it wasn't an entertaining game.
Yeah, because they were trying not to lose the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Right. So we'll move on. So we're going to talk a bit of American football now, and we're going to move it and talk. We're going to bring it into our own sport. So me and Mike spoke about this yesterday and thought it'd be a good idea to bring up. So I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, and so it's nothing to do with that. It's Miami Dolphins, but not just because I'm a Dolphins fan. But we obviously drafted Tua Tagovailoa last year. Obviously, to you guys that know all about it, number 5 pick. He would have been probably number 1 or 2 had he not picked up the injury while he was still at college. He's come in this season. We've had a 10-6 record. We had Fitzpatrick, he started off as starting quarterback, but then he moved to our backup. Tua came in after a few games, and he's done all right. He's not done that bad. He's not done amazing, but he's done all right for first-time player. There's no preseason, but that's the same for everyone. He's been pulled out of a couple of games and replaced by Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick has pulled the win out the bag to help the team, and that's great. Didn't make the playoffs, but we did get a 10-6 record, which is vastly improved on past seasons. But what's happened now is we've got Deshaun Watson over in Houston, who's sort of said that he doesn't want to play for them anymore. Is a good quarterback. The team doesn't seem to be performing. They didn't make the playoffs either. And the rumor is now, one of the strong rumors is that Deshaun Watson, one of his favorite places to come to for Tua, going to Houston. Now, if you all kept up to this so far, which is looking at a couple of faces you might not have done, the question that I'm asking is, if you're in this position in whatever sport, whatever you want, you've drafted a new guy. Deshaun Watson's not been in the league that long either, but you put a lot of eggs into this draft of Tua last year as the Dolphins, and he's come in. He's had some criticism, I think unfairly, but now this trade opportunity has come. Deshaun Watson is his numbers suggest he's better. So do you take this trade or a transfer, whichever sport you want to talk about? Do you go stick with the young guy you put a lot of sort of faith in at the start, give him another chance, or do you take this more established quarterback whose numbers suggest he will come and do a better job and more immediately? Benny, coach.
I'd look at it a different way. Of if this guy is more established and is better as a quarterback, and obviously Tua is relatively new, this guy could come in, take starting quarterback position, put Tua in the second string, and he could almost be that mentor. So you're not going to just cast Tua to one side. You're going to basically say, right, I've got someone here who is proven, he'll be starting, but you're going to look at him, look at what he does, and develop him going forward from there. I think that will give you more longevity as a club. You've always got to think about the now and your next game, but when it comes to player development, you've always got to look at what's coming down the line in 3 to 5 years. You don't really want to lose a young starting quarterback at the start of their career. You probably want to ship them off towards the end of the career when they become less useful to you. That would be my opinion, is look at player development first and look at coaching within the ranks rather than just sticking to the guys at the side.
It's about balance, isn't it? It's about like you need to develop them players, you need to bring them players through. Also, you're not focused on winning the league in 4 years, 5 years. You want to win the league now, but at the same time, you need to develop your team as well.
Yeah,
moving forward.
You look at it in two ways. You look at what Toronto have done with the Maple Leafs. They brought in Joe Thornton. Old guy, he's probably got 1 or 2 seasons left in him, but he's still scoring goals. He did last night. He's going to be a father figure to the youngsters within the team. They're going to look at him and go, how did you make a career out of this? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? Rather than making my own mistakes and learning from it, I can actually look at the mistakes you made, not make the mistakes myself, and actually just build upon the experience that you've got. So that's one way of looking at it. And you kind of have to look at what was said in the interview with Peter Mann, when obviously we featured on a BBC Sport. It's always about that player development and thinking about, if you win the league now, your next aim is to keep the title. And if you can develop a player to the point where actually you can win the league now and then win it again and then continue and get that three-peat and stuff, and that's a thing as a club you really should be looking for, is the here, the now, but also the future. So, welcome to the Viking Horn. For this week, we've got a special. We've managed to shut Pete up, and instead,
so actually, we're just going to have half an hour of just beautiful silence, not having to listen to his drone.
You know what? That podcast, which is 3 hours long, has just become 10 minutes.
This is going to be the easiest one ever to edit. This is.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to Lewis Hamilton for about.
Lewis Hamilton. I love it.
Can you actually hear us?
Can't stop that look.
He's gone. He's gone for good.
He is flapping. His microphone's ran out of battery. He's used much.
He needs to replace it.
I think this is where we're talking about when it comes to the end of someone's career.
Yeah,
he's gone and he's gone.
Yeah,
even the microphone's had enough of listening to.
What an inglorious end that
His
was.
microphone's burnt out.
It's had enough. It's tapped out.
I don't do it anymore.
Ask a ref.
Give me a rest.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we can't.
I'll see you all later. That was a good podcast.
I'm back. I heard someone mention something about Lewis Hamilton, so I thought I'd go and get my Lewis Hamilton hat on.
Oh, shock.
Where's Tyrone gone?
He's had enough of your shit.
Okay. Right, it was you that were talking. Right, so where were we? We're on.
We'd finished with Dolphins. Moved on.
Right, okay. So what I was going to do before we left, before I had to go, but I was going to come to you, Mike. So Deshaun Watson and Tua, I was going to compare their numbers from last season, because I know you wanted to have an opinion on this. So yards, Deshaun Watson went for 4,823 yards, while Tua went 1,814. Deshaun Watson was first in the NFL. 33 touchdown passes to Tua's 11. Deshaun Watson would have had more snaps because Tua didn't play as many at the start of the season. Only 5 interceptions by Tua, which is tied first. So there is a little bit of a difference there. But what was your opinion on it? You made it clear you wanted to say it yesterday.
Did I? Right. Okay.
Definitely did. I've got a strong opinion on this.
Okay,
So
I'll definitely answer. Well, I think Benny's answer is a good one. I think the mentoring is a great.
It was very good.
But if it was a choice between one or the other, then I think you'd have to think about what your chances were, where the team was, how you were performing, and whether you wanted to give a younger guy a bit of a run. And I think that's how I base my decision, really. But that's probably why I'm not a coach.
I think what you've got as a coach, you've always got to ask yourself the same 3 questions: Can he do the job? Will he do the job? And will he fit in? Can he do the job? Clearly, he's proven that point. Will he do the job? Well, he wants to go to the Dolphins. Will he fit in? that's a big one. That actually, is he the right person, personality-wise, to fit into the squad?
Mm.
So yeah, another good answer from Benny there. Look,
And the thing is the thing is as well, Tua could go to Houston and absolutely tear it up. They're a team that, you know, aren't making the playoffs. And then it could come the other way around. It could go wrong. So it's both sides of a gamble before the trade happens. You can only, on paper it might look good, but I believe we should stick with Tua, to be honest, on this, because we signed him, we drafted him number 5 for a reason, to be the future quarterback of the franchise, and we need to stick with him through the thick and the thin, and I think he's only going to get better. What surprised me the most, and the ignorance you get on some of these fans' form, I think you have the same problem with the Panthers and other things like that, is we're a team that haven't made playoffs for a good part of 10 years. We've had a winning record this season, although not making the playoffs, because that's how the divisions work. But you've still got fans complaining about the performance of certain of the players, and it's just like, well, hang on a minute, we're a lot better than what we were, and we are an improving team. 10-6 proves that. Next season now is the big one for me, where we have to another 2 or 3 wins on top to make them playoffs, because we've got the Buffalo Bills are going to be the team to beat now. But from that player's point of view, it's an interesting one, and something I was keen to get. So I know Benny and Dan, and we all give good opinions on those sort of things. So it was interesting to hear those really good opinions. Dan, we started with Generate Academy. Obviously, we had to go back to the online sessions. Just a little bit of an update on how it's been going, and anything else you want to say. We obviously got a bit of a shout out on the me and Benny did the post of the Nottingham Sport with Peter Mann. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was good. The article was really good, actually. If anyone's not read it yet, it's definitely worth having a little read. It was good. At the moment, obviously, Generate's gone back online again. We've had to shut our doors because of this, because of the big C, the C bomb, and which is a bit of a shame. We're doing our best, keeping things going, keeping people moving, and that's all we can do right now. The work's still going on with the Vikings, and things. I think for 4 of the sort of starting team is have actually joined us on a more regular basis now. Got a bit of a challenge on the go for January, which Joe, Benny, and Mike are all involved in. Oh, and yourself, Pete.
Yeah, I'm involved. Yeah.
Trying to shed a few pounds and improve performance in one way or another, which is going really well for some of us.
I've lost it as well.
You've lost something. I don't know what you've lost. But, everyone's doing really well, and everyone's still moving forward in their sort of journey. So yeah, sort of really proud of everyone. We're just surviving at the minute, and yeah, that's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, brilliant. And Tyrone, I've heard you're quite keen getting involved in these Generate sessions. This is time to pitch your interest.
Yes, yeah. You're right. Yes, I did mention to you about joining. So yes, definitely. I want to get included in terms of what you're doing.
Mate, it's quite a stringent process you got to go through. We'll see.
So are you joining Wednesday then?
Is it this Wednesday?
Well, the problem is he spends most of his
excuses.
He spends most of his nights banking, so he's obviously got to find time around that.
Yeah, I do. It takes a lot of time as well. That's a long time.
Oh, brilliant! Right, okay, so it'd be good to have you on board, Ty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All hands on deck. You all took your time, but we got there in the end. Okay, that's all we've got. That's all we've got time for. Oh, one more thing, Andy Binns, massive congratulations, Mike. Take it away.
Andy Binns has well, he's been doing the sort of secretarial role with Ball Hockey UK for probably a few months now. But it was recently formally announced that he's going to be doing that role of Ball Hockey UK secretary. And so I know he's been doing a lot of the forms and sort of the COVID checks and a lot of the documentation to support that, really. So it was nice to see the acknowledgement and great to see that published recently, and obviously as part of the Vikings club as well. The link with the Ball Hockey UK stronger than ever. So absolutely well done to Andy Binns. Good job.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get the Vikings guys. Benny, go on, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to say congratulations, Andy. It's well deserved.
Yeah, well done, Andy. From all of us here at the Viking Horn podcast, we'd love to have you back on at some point. So hopefully that will be sooner rather than later.
Sorry, Pete. I was going to say he must be really busy. That's why he's not being able to join us tonight. That's secretary, got some forms to fill out.
He's got a big pile of paper to work through. A pile of paperwork to work through. So yeah, it's good. So I thought you were going to suggest he was banking as well at some point. so
I bank together.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we've got time for tonight. And thank you guys for joining us on a Sunday evening. And thank you for everyone that joined in with the draw earlier on as well. Listen to us on all your usual podcast places, Spotify, Castbox, and YouTube as well. And we're back very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye-bye. Right, so the NHL Sweepstake draw is obviously something we put on at the beginning of last week. Luckily, we've filled all 31 positions. All 31 spaces taken up, 31 teams. Mike will be drawing the names and number of each person that will be entered at random. And then I will be picking their team at random out of a hat. First prize is £100 to the winner of the Stanley Cup. No second prize, third prize, or anything like that. There will be a booby prize for each division bottom place. So that's the Central, East, West, and North divisions. The booby prize will be signed mug from the Viking Horn podcast team. So, and it will be authentic signing. None of this printed crap. So yeah, there's. Mike actually did suggest printing it on, but I said no. It's authentic. It's going to be. There's only going to be 4 of them in the world.
Oh, I think that's enough.
So, like I say, Mike to draw out the number with the names, because everyone picked out their own number, and then I'll draw out the team that they will have.
Right then.
Sweepstake.
So the first name is number 30, Andy Binns, who is a Tampa Bay Lightning supporter.
All right. So, and he will be
Joseph.
Ottawa Senators. Never won the Stanley Cup, and they have started 1-1 this season. 1 win, 1 loss.
Okay. Next is my wife, Vicky Lee, number 19, who is a Coyote supporter. And hang on, there's someone else joining. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
So
Vicky will be. She will be the St. Louis Blues. They won their only Stanley Cup in 2018-2019 and started 1-1 this season. First game lost 8-0 to Colorado Avalanche, but they pegged it back. So good luck with that one.
Yeah, pretty good. She's happy. Number 23, Richie Muzzy.
Oh, he's a Steelers fan, so let's.
Let's what? Pick someone really rubbish.
Oh, he's got the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, that's not.
They've won the Stanley Cup twice and are reigning champions. They are 2-0 also at the start of this season.
I'm not playing anymore then.
Number 31, Rebecca Brownbridge.
Rebecca Brownbridge, that is Downs' partner. And she will have the Los Angeles Kings, won the Stanley Cup twice, and they've started 0-2 to start the season, 2 overtime/shootout losses.
Next is Vicky Lee again, because she sneakily bought 2 tickets. Number 18.
Oh, sneaky one, that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And she will have the Winnipeg Jets. Never won the Stanley Cup. They are 1-1 to start the season.
Yeah, that's justice, that is. Right. Number 27 is Martin Dawson, who is, I believe, a Ducks fan.
He is. And he has the Chicago Blackhawks, won the Stanley Cup 6 times, but they are 0-2 to start this season.
Pretty good pick.
Oh dear.
I don't give him much chance.
Next is a fellow Red Wing, is number 22, Ollie Medley.
Oh, here we go. Ollie Medley. And he has the Vegas Golden Knights. They only just been founded a couple of years ago, and they started 2-0 this season. They beat the Ducks twice.
Number 26, Kev Wilding.
Kev Wilding.
Little Kev.
He is drawn the Minnesota Wild. They've never won the Stanley Cup, but they have a 2-0 start this season. So good team, could have a good team this season.
Wilding on the Wild.
Wilding on the Wild, yeah.
On the Wild side. Number 16, Joel Lindley.
Joel Lindley. Viking standing netminder.
Third netminder.
And he has the Philadelphia Flyers. They've won the Stanley Cup twice, and they've started this season 2-0, 2 wins over the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick, that, I reckon.
Yeah, not bad at all.
They'll definitely be there or thereabouts. Number 10, Lizzie Allen, who by association is a Duck supporter, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. And she has the Dallas Stars, won the Stanley Cup once. They haven't played yet, I think, due to COVID.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll play soon. They've played catch up already.
Talking to Dallas Stars, number 2, Jamie Parker.
Jamie Parker.
I believe he supports the Stars.
He does, yeah. And he has pulled out the Vancouver Canucks, never won the Stanley Cup, and they are 1-2 to start the season.
Yep. Number 3, Benny Tring.
Benny Tring, here we go, the coach.
Is he going to get a lease?
Is he going to get Toronto?
I tell you, he has pulled out the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh,
They've won the Stanley Cup 24 times, but not since 1992-93, and they are 1-0-1 to start the season.
the rivals, mate. The rivals. The rivals.
Yeah, Everton.
Oh dear.
Jesus.
And now I've got a root for him.
Oh,
Number 17, and he's on the Zoom call so we can get a live reaction. Adam Gurney.
Oh, Adam, here we go.
go on, Kearney.
He wants Bruins. They're still in the hat.
Adam, you have drawn out Dan's Calgary Flames. They won the Stanley Cup once, 1988, 89, and they have got off to a 1-0-1 start, 3 points.
Right.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
In my money's on.
Number 4.
Yes, come on.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, you're one away from having your own team.
Flames has just gone as well. Gone up in flames.
You don't.
Right.
Red Wings.
No, Dan has pulled out the Washington Capitals, won the Stanley
Oh
Cup
dear, that's good.
2017-18, and they've started off 2-0 to start with 2 wins against Pittsburgh Penguins.
I've always been a fan of them, I'll be honest.
That's not bad. Number 5, Craig Riley.
Good pick that is, Dan.
Washington Capitals.
Craig Riley.
And a shout out to Craig for winning the Valentine's.
Overhaul the build last week. Yeah.
And Craig has drawn out the San Jose Sharks, never won the Stanley Cup, and they have started off at 1-1 this season.
In Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that's all right.
Well, this one's a bit difficult to unravel. Right. Number 7, Chris Downs, who's a Washington Capitals supporter.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He will be supporting the New Jersey Devils this season. Won the Stanley Cup 3 times, last time 2002, 2003, and they are 1-0-1 to start the year on 3 points.
Good game yesterday, that as well.
They did. Yeah, that was a good game.
Ice hockey.
Free sports.
What was it? Is that on?
Probably you ain't got it.
Quiet in the background, please. Serious draw. Here's the next number is Benny Tring's second number.
Oh, I got 2.
He sneaked in a second one. Yeah.
I'm allowed to.
And Benny's second team is the Pittsburgh Penguins, Stanley Cup winners 5 times, and they are 0-2 to start the season. 2 losses against the Flyers.
That's good.
2 of the best teams.
Oh, no. I mean, that would have been good.
Would have been a good pick 5 years ago.
Yeah. Number 11 is Tammy Victoria Topless.
Oh,
here we go. Tammy. And Tammy has drawn out the Boston Bruins, 6-time winners of the Stanley Cup, and they are 1-0-1 to start the season, 3 points
not bad
so far.
I fancy them to win.
Always in with a shout, they are.
Yeah, they're all thereabouts. Number 15 is Ty. And he's
Tyrone.
Come on.
live reaction.
Give me Nashville. I want Nashville.
Well, Canucks is gone, hasn't it? So you can have that.
Yeah, I was disappointed about that.
So Preds, he wants the Preds.
Tyrone, you have drawn the Buffalo Sabres. Never won the Stanley Cup and a 0-2 start to the season. So cheers for your $5.
I wanted that cup anyway. I want that signed cup. Give me that baby prize.
Never Stanley Cup and probably never will.
Oh dear. What a
Another
team.
rebuilding season.
Oh god.
24 is Darryl Clark.
Oh, here we go. Darryl Clark.
Devils has gone. So he's got.
Darryl's got the Carolina Hurricanes, winners in 2005, 2006, and they've started off with 1-1 record this season so far.
Definitely in with a shout.
Yeah, they're in with a shout. Good team.
Number 20. Which is yours, Pete. I thought you'd recognise your number.
I forgot what number I picked. Sorry.
Got the tension there. Why have you picked 20?
Because that's the due date for my little baby girl.
You have a little baby girl?
Is he already a baby?
Baby.
Now I've drawn out the Edmonton Oilers, Stanley Cup winners 5 times, and started off 1-2 this season.
Good then.
Not putting any money on that one. Well, I put 5 on it, but I hope the club enjoys it.
Right, number 9 is me.
Oh,
Mike,
Red
running
Wings.
out of teams here.
can't be many left.
Mike, you have drawn out the Detroit Red Wings. Stanley Cup winners 11 times, but not since 07-08, and started off 1-1 this season.
But he ain't going to win it anyway, so.
No.
I'm after a mug. It's just one less mug to make. Number 1 is John Reese.
John Reese.
Oh, that's Lizzie's dad, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
I've drafted them all in for this. We need to fill them gaps.
Desperate time.
He has got the New York Rangers, won the Stanley Cup 4 times, not since 94 season though, and they are 1-1 to start the season.
Number 29 is Paul Callis, who is a Leaf supporter as well.
And he has drawn out the Columbus Blue Jackets. They've never won anything, and they've started 0-2 this season. So
And they've not even won a match.
good luck, Paul. Good luck, Paul.
Number 13 is Jordan White.
Honour of Ben Inglis.
Yeah, I don't know if she's
Penguins.
supporting some of his Penguins, is it?
Yeah.
And she's drawn out the Arizona Coyotes. Never won the Stanley Cup, and they are 1-0-1 to start the season.
Number 6, Lucy McDonald.
Oh,
Oh,
Lucy McDonald. Who's she gonna get? Who does she support?
she's got the Toronto Maple Leafs, 13-time winners.
Hey!
But
As a-
13-time winners, but they've not won it since 1966-67 season. But they've got a 2-1 start to the season. So I thought they had a good chance till they signed Joe Thornton.
that was against them.
Yeah.
Number 12 is Sally Reese.
Sally Reese.
Who's that?
And she has got the Florida Panthers. Never won the Stanley Cup, and they haven't played a game yet, down due to COVID, I think.
They're down to play 3 o'clock this morning, aren't they?
Mrs. Hunter.
There we go, first game.
And number 28 is Tracy Samets. Happy birthday to Tracy. And she,
Yeah, happy birthday, Tracy. And happy birthday to Tracy, because you've drawn out the New York Islanders. Stanley Cup winners 4 times, a 1-1 start to the season, squaring their series with the New York Rangers.
right, we're down to the last 3, and I'm glad it adds up. So
It has. I've got 3 left.
number
That's
4.
gone well. That's gone well.
Yeah, that's a good start. So number 14 is Walter Samets. He did start off with Flyers. He was thinking,
Place to enjoy it. It's Walter Samex. And he has got the Anaheim Ducks, winners in 2006, 2007. But we are 0-1-1 to start on 1 point to start this season. So,
I think he'd be happy with that.
yeah, I'm happy for him.
Number 25, Ben Inglis, who is a Jets fan, has got.
He has got the Colorado Avalanche, won the Stanley Cup twice, last in the 2000-2001 season, and have started 1-1 this year.
Not bad. And the final one must be then Josh Bullock, who I think is on the call.
Yeah, he's stuck around all this time.
And he's missed out Avalanche by 1. That if he's I think he's Avalanche supporter.
He is. But he does have the Nashville Predators. They've never won the Stanley Cup, but they've got a 2-0 start to the season and have a very good team. So they have got a good chance of winning it this year.
Very good chance.
That concludes the draw.